Hey. Oh, that's cool. Mind your head, it says. I don't have to mind my head, I'm too small. Wow.
Look how happy this makes him.
Hey, what's this city called? Groningen? How do you say it? So we're in Groningen or something like that, and this French fry behind me is apparently the tallest rock climbing wall in the world. It's 37 meters. Look at this side's broken. It's missing a whole piece. Well, where's the door?
No, I think we went right in the moment.
Where's the door?
There's like an actual boulder.
Yeah.
We were closer to the entrance, but we were on
The other one, yeah,
side.
maybe.
Where are we going? We quite literally walked 360 degrees around this gym because the door was right there. We started right there and walked all the way around the dang thing.
I trusted you. There's going to be for the silver out. Can we not harness this here as well?
Let's do that.
Okay, so I feel like have you ever climbed with the rope? I've done climb with the rope once, yeah. Okay. So just so that we can all be on the same page, just because I don't want them to get mad at me. So I'll tell you guys. Weird. Look at all the naming, man.
He's fast.
Weird, okay. Alright, I'll switch to the orange. Okay, looks like fun, looks a bit. Hey!
Pretty epic view up here. Let me give you a tour real fast. And that is a long way down. That was weird, like there's no clip up there, so I had to down climb a little bit. So I'm like, where do I anchor it up here?
Oh, there's nothing up there?
No. So I climbed to the top and I had to down climb back down the next clip. Today was super cool. We took a 2.5 hour road trip up north to Groningen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but anyway, we wanted to check out the Excaliber, which is the world's tallest freestanding outdoor rock climbing wall. It looks like a French fry. It's 37 meters tall, which is about 121 feet. That's about double the height of the walls I usually climb in San Diego. It was pretty darn cool. It has two sides of it, And one side is it's pretty easy. It kind of goes up and then there's a little bit of slope and you can smear up the wall. And then the other side has this really gnarly long overhang. We didn't get to climb that side because I think they're renovating it and there are big chunks of it missing. So no big deal. It was super fun. At the top there was this really cool view of this lake where they have a wakeboarding course and then a bunch of green fields on the other side. And the inside of the gym was pretty cool too. There were some pretty fun climbs. Really sweet place. If you're in the Netherlands and you like climbing, definitely recommend going. We'll be heading back there again before I leave. Today's thought of the day, that sounds so redundant every time I say that. Today's thought of the day is action doesn't necessarily mean progress. This is a lesson that I learned a couple years back. I was trying to do everything. I was running a gym. I was working for a physical therapist. I was working for CrossFit headquarters, teaching seminars. I was doing this, I was doing that. I was literally up at 4 a.m., working until 9, 10 p.m., trying to unwind, sleeping for 4 hours, and then doing the same thing every single freaking day. And it was exhausting, and I burnt out several times. And I wasn't really having a whole lot of fun. I mean, I thought I was having fun, but in hindsight, I wasn't really having fun. One of the things that I learned to do about 2 years ago is that it's better to do less, better. Focus on your core competencies. What are you best at? What is your best contribution? What are you uniquely able to do better than anybody else? And focus on those things. Build a team. When I was running my gym, one of the best things I did was I took myself off of the coaching calendar, hired a bunch of coaches to work with me. I hired a girl to help run the administrative side of things, and it was way better. My stress levels were way down here. I wasn't having to do a bunch of monotonous stuff, and I was empowering others and including them in the work. A lot of business owners will think that they can't afford to hire people to help them, but honestly, can you really not afford to hire people? It's very short-sighted to think I need to do all the work myself, because you're just gonna burn out, and if you burn out, then nothing gets done. Think of it this way. If you have the earning potential of $200 per hour, but you have all these other tasks that you got to do also, if it takes you an hour to say do one of these tasks, but anyone could do that task if you taught them how to do it, you could pay that person $25 an hour, and that would free you up for an entire hour to go earn $200. Minus the $25 you're paying that staff person, that you're still up $175. Makes pretty good sense, right? This is something I learned and it was amazing. If you're a business owner, stop trying to do everything yourself. You're not gonna get very far, and you're just gonna burn out and get tired. So one thing that I really encourage every person who owns a business to do, or if you're working on a project, is to empower others to help and empower them to make their best contribution, especially the things that you might not be especially good at. For instance, my friend Sarah works for me in my coaches community, and she is amazing. She does a lot of stuff that I could do myself, but she does it way better, and she does it faster, and she's a lot more creative than me, and she comes up with really awesome stuff that brings a ton of value to our community. So one of the best things I ever did was I hired on Sarah. You need a Sarah. In general, if you're trying to do way too many things, you're just gonna spread yourself thin and you're not gonna get very much done. I like to just focus on one thing. And what that's done for me is it's increased my impact exponentially. I had my gym, I had members, but I traded those members in for a bunch of coaches. I've got about 130 coaches worldwide that I'm mentoring. That also means I'm indirectly impacting every single person that they're coaching. So as you can see, by sheer numbers, my impact has grown immensely. And simplifying what I do, doing less, I'm able to do it better. So that's my encouragement for you today, guys. Just because you're moving doesn't mean you're actually making progress. If you ever watch the average CrossFitter on a rowing machine, they have no technique and they're just going all over the place and moving their hands and their legs with no particular aim or reason. And if you were to do that on a boat in water, you would go nowhere. If you watch a trained rower, you notice that their movements are very deliberate, very slow and methodical but powerful strokes. There was less activity, but there was definitely more progress. On the water, if you're splashing all over the place, you're not going to go anywhere. And if you're constantly disturbing the water, it causes drag and it slows you down. Or if you think of it this way, on the climbing wall, if I were just going back and forth, I'm moving, but I'm not making any progress up the wall. So this is something that people need to understand, is just because you're doing something doesn't mean you're actually making progress or doing anything productive. So take a look at what you're doing. Look at the stuff that is essential and the things that are not so essential, and eliminate the things that are not essential. And also evaluate your process. Make sure that it's actually measurable and it's actually making progress, that you're moving forward. It's a waste of time to just be splashing on the water and going nowhere. So that's the encouragement for the day, is activity doesn't necessarily mean progress. Evaluate what you're doing, making sure that it's efficient, that it's worthy of your time, and in general, do less but better. I'll see you guys next time. What is this sorcery? I dare not. I shan't.